Welcome in to another edition of Coach's Corner. Today is a very special one as we get to hear from Lamar's boys basketball head coach Dave Irwin one last time before he retires at the conclusion of the basketball season. And coach, 21 years as the head coach of the Lamar's Bulldogs. I'm sure so many memories, but if you reflect back on that time, is there one word that kind of sums it all up for you?
Probably the word either privileged or blessed, just to have the opportunity to coach in Lamar's, in that community, in that school district for that amount of time. It's I look back now and it seems, wow, that's a long time.
Definitely. And I know this place very special to you. I had heard that you said once you got this head coaching job, there was nowhere else that you would have wanted to be or wanted to coach. What was it about Lamar's that made this place so special for you?
I think a lot of it was the fact that it's where my wife grew up. I'm originally from Indiana, and we moved here shortly after we got married, and kind of bounced around, not necessarily living-wise, but job-wise. And then when the opportunity to coach Lamar's came up, it's where we were both comfortable. It's where we both wanted to be, and so I just never really entertained any other idea.
The all-time winningest coach in program history, very special. A lot of good memories though, the state runner-up finish in 2015, but then so many little memories at practice and whatnot as well. What are some of those moments that you're gonna cherish the most as you go?
I think the obvious one obviously is the 2015 and our run at the state tournament, but there, like you said, there are so many, it's so hard to pick just specific ones out. Each team provides something special for sure. You know, I was on the radio with Coach Tom Betts, longtime coach at Heelan last night, and he talked about some of our games that we've had. I had an 18-win season back in 2011, and we couldn't make the state tournament. So just the competition that we have, the relationships that I've had with the kids and the community members, and probably to a certain degree, the coaches that I've had the opportunity to coach against.
Definitely. And as you reflect back on some of those moments, I know this whole year you've been kind of making stops in these gyms you spent a lot of time in. I know last night was a special one at Heelan. How special has it been for you just to kind of reminisce on those memories as you close this year out?
I've kind of known that this is what I was going to do probably since the beginning of the season. So I had the opportunity to relish the fact that it's my last game, thank goodness, down at Sergeant Bluff and at Sioux City East, things like that. Have an opportunity to just kind of take it in a little bit without all the hoopla, so to speak. It's kind of surprised me, the attention that this has brought in the last week, but it's been really, really special to me.
Definitely. And I know 21 years, a long time in one place, and I know you coached before that as well leading up to this point. But through all of that, what was your why and what kind of kept fueling you through this whole time?
Kind of how I grew up. My family, like I said, I'm originally from Indiana. My father was a high school basketball coach for over 30 years out there, and my mom was in education. Both my brothers coach. My sister's a kindergarten teacher. So it's kind of what I grew up with. It's what I wanted to do, and having the opportunity to come out and play a little basketball at Wayne State and meet my wife and just getting back here for her, it's all just kind of come together. I can't really see myself going back and really doing anything else. It's been a great ride.
You teach so much to the athletes and everything about basketball and life lessons, but what have they taught you throughout your whole entire coaching experience?
Well, every group is different, you know, and we try to adjust what we do to each group, but the kids, the relationships that I've been able to build with some of the kids, the opportunities that they take to come back and visit with myself and my coaches, and it just happens on a yearly basis. I invite them back, and they like to continue and have, I hope feel like they have some ownership in the program, because certainly the 21 years there has not been just me. I've been super lucky, not only with the players, but I have a coach in Benji Kazel who's been with me all 21 of those years. When I first started at Lamar's, I had Mark Vanami, and he was kind of the father figure to me. I was one of those coaches that was very energetic, fiery, and he taught me just to kind of relax a little bit and go with things. And then Shane Dreckman was with me for about 10 or 12 years, and for the last 10 or 12 years, I've had another individual, Gabe Davis, and then I have a former player that's a freshman coach for me, and that's Stephen Husk. And the success that our program has had over the years isn't just from me. It's from a combination of being lucky and having some really, really good players, but surrounding myself with great people, great coaches who bought into what we were trying to do collectively at Lamar's.
Very special moments for sure. It all comes full circle. One last shot at Bishop Heelan as the playoffs begin. Not done yet, but as you step away from the basketball court, whenever that might be, what are you going to miss the most?
Just the interaction with the players, the interaction with the coaches, the competitiveness, and just simply the game. I mean, the game it's evolved so much just in the last 21 years. I advocated for years and years and years for the shot clock, and we finally get it in my last year. And I probably have a team that would probably be better off without a shot clock. But I just love the game, and I'm going to miss the competition and the Tuesday nights and the Friday nights. But it honestly is. It's time. It's a good time to step away. We have a nice young coach coming in to take my place, and I know he's going to do an outstanding job.
Well said. Coach, congratulations on a great career and everything you've done at Lamar's and even before. And thank you so much for taking the time to reminisce with us on Coach's Corner.
Thank you.